Welcome to The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us today. I'm your host, Meredith.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Let's have some fun. Oh, gosh. So you're so close to vacation, but how was your weekend?
Oh, my God.
Tell us all
so
about
funny.
it, please.
Okay, so you sent me Snapchat of me opening my amazing gift.
What's that? Which gift?
And, well, shit, now I don't know the name of it. But you got me a picture from the gallery, from the Aeon Gallery.
Oh, was the artist in Portugal?
Yes. And I knew I should have taken a picture of that tag. Because as Kristen knows, I don't care about the backstory.
Right.
I just love the art.
Yeah.
Right? I said it on the podcast. So, but I was laughing because I was watching the video that you sent me of when I was opening it. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, I did not know how much I do that.
So you say an A at the back of all
Of
your...
everything? Of everything?
I was
Like
just
a valley
watching a
girl?
TikTok and the guy was like, stay away from all the girls that end in and I was like, aw, Brianna.
Cassandra.
Mereditha.
Mereditha. Yes. So yes. And then, because I bitched and complained to my husband for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because I was turning 40 and like he didn't plan anything. And I was like, whatever, the girls are taking me out. So you can do whatever the fuck you want. Little did I know that y'all lied straight to my face and threw a surprise party.
And your husband was very involved. He was over here at our house paying for the food.
Mother effer. And I feel like I know what night that was. And I was like, where are you? How come you're not home yet?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, it was like a couple Fridays ago.
Yeah.
Aww.
And he lied to me, be like, oh, I'm in the neighborhood. And I'd be like, oh, okay. Like, I wouldn't question him. Yeah. So I had so much fun. And like half of our listeners came.
Yeah. Aw. Yeah.
And like all my best friends from like my whole life were there. And it was amazing.
I just sat back and just watched you chat with everybody.
Oh my God.
It was like, we got you there. And then I was like, I'm good. Like, I'm sitting down, that was it.
I was looking at the pictures and you were sitting cross-legged with like your hands like so content. Like, yes, all the stress is finally over. We don't have to lie to our bestie anymore.
I would look over at Bestie. She'd be at one table chatting and then she'd go to the other one. I just hung out with my family.
Yeah.
I'm like, meh.
Yeah.
It was so hard to keep a secret.
And how many times did you guys think I got it?
Probably like 4 or 5. And then when Deb and Connie showed up,
oh my God,
at our first place, the Richmond Brat House,
and Connie even was like, "Are we at the wrong place?" And I was like, "No, we're here right now. We're having snacks, having a couple drinks." And then we're going to go over there.
I looked over at Bestie and Kevy and I was like, everybody looked like they wanted to vomit. We were so upset. It was like 10 minutes to 7. I'm like, it's going to get ruined. And we've been planning this for like 6, 7, 8 weeks, however long.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
And I was so oblivious.
Funny.
I was, all the signs were there.
Yeah. And they didn't blow it at all. Let me just say
there.
that they didn't blow it. They just came in and that was it. They just knew that we talked about this place a lot and we posted about it. We love this place. So they stopped in there. They didn't say anything.
Right. Bestie said, oh, I had told Connie that we were coming up here.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yep, totally makes sense.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Because Connie's like my other grandma. I love her.
Oh my gosh. Is she
she sends me Christmas cards. She brought me a birthday card. It had $15 in it. It's like
sweet.
It's exactly what you would get from your grandma.
Yeah. No,
I love her so
sweet.
much.
They're sweet people. And then we walked across the way to Aeon at 7 o'clock where the surprise was. And you wanted to finish your cigarette. And so everyone lined up behind you and still totally oblivious.
And I was like,
your mom walked in.
I know.
You know what? Can I just say your mom was like, she was it. Like she helped us so much. Like she hung out with us at the Brat House knowing what was going on. We chatted.
Yeah.
She walked in,
I
acting
can't
like
believe that
nothing.
bitch lied to me either. Mom, how dare you lie to me?
So we all lined up and you're finishing your cigarette and you're standing there and you're kind of like looking behind like, why isn't anybody going in?
I was
but oblivious, right? Just kind of like.
Yes. We were walking across the street and I'm like, why am I leading the pack? I'm like the slowest walker. But I just kept going, totally oblivious.
And I looked right at you and I'm like, oh, we're just waiting for them. We're just waiting for the back people, I think
they're like, oh, waiting for Deb to come up.
Yeah, one of them had like a cane. So we were like, and she wasn't. She was fine.
No.
She was like right there.
Yeah.
And you look back, you're like, oh, okay, go finish your cigarette. I said, finish your cigarette. cigarette. Let's go. And you're like, all right. So you just walk in.
God.
It was so great.
All of the signs were there.
Oh, gosh. It was so great.
I felt so and then when we walked in, and I'm just like, hello. Because when you walk in, you can see behind the bar, but you can't see like
the first
actual
room.
bar.
Yes, right. There's a little bit of like a wall right there.
So I saw Kristen and Harley behind the bar, and I said hi to them.
Yeah.
And they like glanced at me, but didn't say anything and just looked away. And I was like, whatever, like we're just celebrating my birthday today. No biggie, And then it was like, surprise! And I was like, I cried.
We'll have to post it on TikTok.
And then I had to individually hug everybody to like comprehend they were there.
Yes, because there were a lot of people.
So many
people. It was
a
great turnout.
Yes. Like people that I have been begging to get into a room together, and I have never been able to get them into a room together, and they were all there together.
They showed
and I
up
was
for
like,
you.
Oh my God, this is amazing.
Yep, they showed up for you.
It was so amazing.
So great.
I loved it. I had so much fun. I swear to God, that made me high.
Yeah.
And I was high all the way through Monday.
Yeah.
Like I told Bessie, I was like, I am still like high from the surprise.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
You guys
good.
did excellent. I can't thank you enough. It was so much fun.
It was so much fun.
We had so much fun.
When we all get together, though, we're going to have to tell you some more stories about like,
oh my God.
Like it was so funny because we were in the kitchen.
Yeah.
At your house.
Yeah.
And we were getting ready to go out before the surprise. And you even said something like, yeah, well, Johnny didn't throw me a party. So here we go. We're going out. Are you going out with us, babe? And he's just sitting there shaking his head like, will you shut up?
He's like, you're such a bitch. Shut up. God.
So funny. Poor Johnny.
I know. And then he just kept rubbing it in my face. He's like, see, I did something.
He did. He was
But
right
he just
there.
kept saying, like, I didn't really do anything. I just gave money and the girls did it all.
Well,
so.
we said, here's what's going on. And we made sure he was okay with it. Because if he had other plans, we would go with his plans.
Right.
I talked to him a few times.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, 2 weeks ago when we were recording, that was my phone when I looked over and I was like, oh, what? Why is he calling me?
Oh my God.
So as soon as you left, I called him and we were talking. He was like, yeah, I don't even know where my wife is. I go, she was with me. We were recording.
Oh my God. See
and
how blonde he is?
And he goes, oh, it's podcast night. I forgot. It was so funny.
That is the most amazing thing is that he was able to keep it a secret.
Oh, yeah.
He can't keep secrets for shit.
Yeah.
Either he forgets right after you tell him
he didn't
like
forget.
what you said, or he spills the beans.
Yeah. No, we checked in at least once a week. And then he stopped in here.
That is
he
so
stopped
funny.
in here. He stopped here at the house. Yeah.
That's so funny.
It was so good. Everything was perfect. I was kind of reflecting back and like everything was perfect. Even the couple like oopses, like I had said something and like Kevy had said something.
Yeah.
I think Bestie, she was fine, but
Kevy played it off so good too. Like I called him that morning and I was like, hey, what are you doing? Are you going to come out, meet us at the Brat House? Because I had sent him Snapchats like, hey, come out Friday night. And he never answered.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you even look at your snaps anymore? It's my birthday. And he's like, oh my God, it's your birthday. Totally played it off.
And Katie stopped at the house when we were there. And she's like, I have so much work to do.
Yes.
And then she was there.
And then she was fucking there. Y'all lied right to my face.
And then Julia was supposed to go out with us.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't know. Maybe she'll meet us later.
Yes.
They're doing stuff. And my whole family was there. Yeah. Because she comes out whenever.
She'll come out. Her and Timmy will stop in on their way home from Lake Geneva. You guys are jerks. But I loved it. Every minute of it.
Perfect planning. I mean, would not have done anything different.
And then it was crazy because I invited people that you guys like didn't know. So like these other people showed up. And you're like, who are they?
Yes. So I think it's your half brother.
My stepbrother.
Or stepbrother. And he has the girlfriend that was wearing yellow that night.
Yes.
So they were just sitting there. They didn't know that we were going to the other place.
Right.
So you turned your back and I looked at him and I was like, we're having a surprise. And he's looking at me. He's like, oh, you could see like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, there's food. I said, we're walking to the surprise. I'm like doing it with my fingers. We're walking to the surprise and there's food. And he's like, oh, okay.
Because they were going to order food.
And then I'm like, don't order food.
And then we were leaving and I was like, well, Tyler didn't get to eat. There's no food at Aeon. He didn't even get to eat.
And while you were standing there, I looked at them. I go, do you guys just want to check out this other place and then come back? And they were like, yeah. So then they all walked with us. It was so great. Everything was perfect.
I know. It was so much fun.
It was so perfect.
I had so much fun.
Yeah.
It was great. Thank you.
So you'll have to post your 40 days on TikTok.
Yes.
While you're, well, not at the cabin because you won't have any
I have no service.
reception, but, service. But
Yes.
one of these times you have to show everybody the 40 and then show everybody the surprise, whichever video you want. There was a few. So
yeah,
that's fun.
It was so much fun.
Good.
I still and then I get ready for work in the morning and I'm sad I don't get to open a cup.
40 days is a commitment.
It was a lot.
That's a lot.
There was a couple mornings I was running late and I'm like, fuck, I'm going to have to do it after work. Like everyone's like, how come you haven't opened a cup yet
I know.
Today?
They were checking in.
That was the best birthday ever.
That 40, was so fun.
40 did me good.
So fun. I'm so happy for you. Couldn't have happened to a better person. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Well, I guess we should talk a little bit about retail.
Why?
I know.
We can just talk about me the whole time.
I know.
No.
So immediately, right off the bat, I got a story for you.
Yes.
And then I want to talk about big box, the difference between big box and e-commerce and all that kind of fun stuff. I actually did a little research.
Yeah, you told me you were going to do that, and I didn't.
But at least you kind of know what we're going to talk about. Yeah. So I got a few things in front of me. But listen to this. So I met a friend that I have not seen in probably 10 years. I've known her for almost 30. I used to coach her daughter in gymnastics. And so we just met and we were actually trying to figure out how we became friends.
Yeah.
Like it's just one of those things where you just kind of keep in touch. And we've gone out a few times and we just so happened to go up to Lake Geneva and do some bowling because it was raining.
Oh, yeah.
We were either going to do kayaking or bowling. We did bowling and dinner and just had, oh my gosh, they're just the sweetest couple. We had so much fun. So kindest people in the world. 4 people get together. I mean, obviously, I'm kind of a bitch sometimes.
Stop it.
But those two and my husband, kindest people ever. We're sitting at the bar, and the place is packed because it rained.
Yeah.
Tons of families there. You can just sense the stress of the staff.
Yeah.
So this bartender walks over. She is all greasy, sweaty.
Yeah.
You could just see she's exhausted, and she walks over and just stares at us and doesn't say anything. And so I start the conversation, or I obviously read it wrong, what she wanted me to say. And I said, are you, when you're not busy, do you want to take our order? And she was like, hurry up.
Oh my God.
That was it. Hurry up. No hello, kiss my ass. Hate that you're here. You look like a bit. Nothing.
Oh, it's
hurry
so
up.
funny.
And I was just like, I'll have a Coors Light.
Just give me a bottle of wine.
I just quickly looked at her tab. I'm like, Coors Light's good. My husband's like, me too.
He read it.
Yeah, he read it. So I was just like, oh my gosh. So of course, I was talking to Julia about this. Other people would be like, F you.
Yeah.
I ain't giving you anything.
Yeah.
I overtipped. And I made her day.
You know what? Because
but can I tell you something?
It'll make her feel guilty for being a
Absolutely.
bitch to you.
She was nice to me when I went to go get water a couple times. But, and sometimes, not that she ever has to, whatever. I wanted to make myself feel better. But so I used my credit card. And so I always do cash as a tip.
Right.
Because I want them to put that right in their pocket, not worry about the taxes later. We've talked about this. So I put a line through the tip and then sign it. And on purpose, I put the 5 underneath the paper.
Yeah.
So she walked up to take a look at it and you could see her look down and there was a line through the tip, look up at me, go to grab it and then realize the 5 was under and then you could see her kind of go, okay, and then turn around.
Maybe they're not the biggest assholes I've ever met.
No, we weren't. And we were not from the start. But I guess lesson learned, I'll just say, hi, are you ready for our order? Or something different, a different conversation. She looked exhausted and I'm an empath, so I kind of noticed that she looked exhausted and sweaty and obviously wasn't expecting the crowd.
You put the ball in her court. You were like, when you're ready.
I did.
No rush.
I said, if
whatever.
you're busy, we're ready. We had just sat down and she was like, hurry up. And I'm like, oh, okay, you're ready now.
So I have a funny story too.
Yeah.
About somebody being an asshole to me today.
Oh no.
So I'm sitting at the stoplight and there, I'm the first one at the stoplight in the left lane and there's a car next to me in the right lane. And whatever, we're sitting at a stoplight. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
So the arrow turns green and I jumped. I let off my gas and my car started.
Oh.
And it was the arrow. So obviously I can't go yet. So I was like, oh shit, sometimes you do that.
Yeah, you do.
Because you're in a hurry to get home, whatever. Well, the car next to me, they jumped too. And I kind of snickered at myself because I'm like, you fucking idiot. The arrow has to go first. I'm telling myself.
Right.
I didn't have my windows down or anything.
Yeah.
So then it turns green and we start going and I can feel it, right? So I look over and she just gives me this dirty look. And I was like, okay, bitch, whatever.
Yeah.
And she takes off. Just fucking takes off. Well, the speed limit's 40 through there. So I'm like, whatever. You can get a fucking ticket, So I'm just cruising. I'm doing I'm doing the speed limit, over the speed limit. I always go over the speed limit. And like I said, she's way far ahead of me. So she turns on her turn signal and she starts slowing down to turn. And I'm going past her and she flips me off.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what the fuck did I do?
Oh no.
So I don't know if she thought like I was talking shit about her because I was talking shit to myself. Like, you dumb bitch, trying to go at the green arrow. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Maybe she thought you were messing around with her, like trying to get her to go too. I don't know.
But I was like, all right, you stupid bitch and your stupid fucking Subaru, And I just went along my merry way,
Oh no.
But it was so funny. I feel like people are so on edge about everything right now,
Yeah. So we laughed about this, but I kind of we laughed about it, but I also felt bad and then laughed about it, felt bad.
Yeah.
So the three of us went out a couple Fridays ago without you to plan everying.
Oh.
So me, Bestie, Julia, we stopped at the Broad House. We stopped at Aeon, made all the plans.
I knew you were at Aeon. I knew it.
I tried to pull it off that I had taken that video a couple weeks ago.
I know better. If you take a video, you're posting it right the fuck away. You're not waiting 3 weeks to post it.
I was surprised you didn't say anything like, did you go out without me?
No, because I'm like, whatever, that's fine. She's allowed to have a night out without me.
But am I?
I'm like, oh, maybe her and Steve went out and had a date night, Obviously, they don't want me there.
Well, you know us. We're more the merrier. It's fine.
The more the merrier.
Not an upside down pineapple, more the merrier. Just more the merrier when we're out. Just want to make that clear. Okay. For any of you crazies out there. So we are there. We're at the Broad House, whatever. And then we're going to go cross the road because, you have to go like kitty corner, right? So you got to cross and cross.
Right.
So Julia hits the light and she starts to go. And I'm like, hold on. And I'm walking in front of her. I always walk in front of her just because it's the parent thing, right? And sure enough, there's a police officer that's like facing us across from us. And he gives us like, yeah, go ahead. I see it. You hit the light. And there's cars going on the main road.
Right.
And sure enough, this little car, I thought that they were slowing down, but then Bestie said, I don't think they're stopping.
Oh my God.
And they go through the flashing light. I'm in the middle of the intersection. Woo!
Did the cop go after him?
Oh my gosh.
I love when cops are in the right place at the right time.
That never happens ever.
No.
And so that cop took off so fast. I thought that the rocks were going to hit me in the face because I was in the middle. And we all started laughing. Then after that, I'm like, oh, I feel bad. It was because of us. But I'm like, no, you need to stop.
Yeah.
Especially
because
in the summer.
When we crossed for my birthday, I hit the light and I was like, just start fucking walking. Otherwise, they won't stop.
But they don't stop.
I know.
So they got to be careful. Well, if you're really not familiar with
use a couple million.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, but you don't want a broken body.
About the hospital stay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it would be relaxing, but. Yeah, so I don't know. So for those that aren't like too familiar with it, because I would say they're newer. Oh my gosh, the Malibu splash got her. We're trying these new Malibu splashes.
These are really good. As you can tell, I'm trying to just hork it down and I'm choking myself.
I have strawberry and coconut.
I have pineapple and coconut.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
It's actually Julia's drink. We stole them from her.
Yeah,
but we asked her.
Nice.
She said it was fine. I'll get her some more.
Today also, I don't know. I have a lot of driving stories lately.
This is great.
So today I'm sitting at a light and we had missed the arrow. There's a car in front of me. It's an older person. They entered the intersection like they should, and I stayed back because I'm like, there's no way two of us are making it. The traffic is crazy. It's right off of the tollway there. So the light turns yellow and this person goes to go and there's a semi coming. They are not stopping.
No.
And I was like, holy fuck, this is the end. This is how it happened. Because I just imagine that semi smashing into that car and then smashing into me.
You. Yeah.
Oh, thank God that person didn't go. And then they freaked out and then they're trying to back up. I'm like, you got plenty of room.
Yeah,
I didn't even move.
Get out of the intersection. Get out of the intersection. So there's construction now. I mean, there always is, but
it's construction season in Illinois.
Yeah, like it always is, but it's pretty bad now. You got to really be, watch yourself, right?
Yes.
I was gonna say behave, but don't get on
switching
your phone.
lanes
Keep
all the
watching
time.
everything.
Yeah.
So it must have been like kind of like a Gaper's delay because the construction was gone, the cones were moved over, but for some reason we still had that pocket where everyone stopped.
Yes.
They were stopping. So I'm flying and realize it though. Luckily for me, I have been very good and not on my cell phone.
Yeah.
And I looked, I was watching and I saw that everyone was stopping. So I slowed down, but I'm looking behind me and cars are not slowing down. They come up over the hill.
Scares
and
me.
I'm like, all right, where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? Okay. I would have to go to the left because there was nothing. It was like a drop off on the right. The car behind me stopped. The truck behind me started hitting their brakes hard, and then there was a semi behind him.
Oh, fuck.
And so sure enough, this truck went over to the left, and the semi's squealing. You can hear people behind. I'm like, oh, this is it. And then, you know, it's amazing how in just a few seconds, you're deciding where you're going to go.
Right.
Like, because then all of a sudden a Jeep was coming towards us. So it was like, well, if I went I would rather hit the Jeep. Yes. And then not get smashed in between two vehicles, you know, because you've seen those accidents before.
It's terrible.
I mean, there's that image of that smart car that got sandwiched between those between those two semis, but he was still almost standing up in the car and fine.
Are you kidding me?
Like nothing was wrong with him. That is
because
my
I think
worst
they put
fear.
Like a roll cage in those things because they're so little.
Oh my God, there's got to be something. It has to be something, but it's like a very popular image of him,
crazy.
and he's just looking over, and they're waiting to get him out because it's like there's metal, but he's fine. But
I would never drive one of those smart cars.
I would be freaking out. Yeah. I would be freaking out.
I just saw a new one that has 2 wheels in the back and 1 wheel in the front. And it's a 1-seater, like you sit in the middle, and you can get out on either side. Like it's very.
I feel like my car is small enough. That's as small as I would go because I was even a motorcycle driver, and that was, I don't know, it was just too much for me.
Yeah,
I did not feel safe.
I don't trust other people.
Yeah, I know your mom is. She's a pro, but I can't.
Still,
I have a hard time.
I think about all the times like she's gone over train tracks and her front tire got caught.
Oh yeah,
you know, so she went down. Yeah, you know, like she's had all sorts of shit. You know, all of a sudden she comes up over a little hill and there's a dead raccoon in the road.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, you're fucking hitting it.
Yep. Yeah.
On the motorcycle, you know, boom, and it's like explodes everywhere. And she's like, oh, this is fucking great, you know?
All right, retail.
Okay, I'm ready.
What is big box retailers? So retail store that occupies an enormous amount of physical space and offers a variety of products to the customers. So we're going to look at Investopedia.com.
Investopedia.
Yeah. So key takeaways for big box for those that aren't familiar. I know we have quite a few people that don't listen to they've never worked retail, but they still listen to us.
Right.
Okay. So key takeaways: a big box retailer is a store that occupies a large physical footprint. So picture Costco, Walmart.
They take up
Sam's
a quarter
Club,
acre.
right? Yeah,
just
they're ginormous, right? Designed to be a one-stop shop.
Yes.
I feel like that's where we came from.
Yes.
One-stop shops. Some criticize big box stores because they displace that smaller mom and pop shop. And, you know, it's kind of an aggressive, you know, pricing practices.
But us as humans, we want convenience. We don't want to go to 3 different stores.
That's true.
We don't want to go to the grocery store and then go to TJ Maxx and then go to Bath and Body Works. We want it all in one.
Yes.
Most people.
This line got me when I was doing my research. A big box store's customer service typically pales in comparison to a smaller local business. So you have your people that like that. They like to be, you know, hey, how can I help you? And then you have other people that just want to go get the job done. Go do their shop.
You know, we're looking at what's coming up now is like, because you're Gen X, right? Didn't we figure that out?
Yes.
So Gen X is like the adult population now.
Yep. What are you again?
I'm an elder millennial.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, I thought that's what we said last week. Okay, sorry.
And then behind me is Gen Z.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think
that's how it went.
I think it is. Anyways, but like we were turnkey kids, me and you both, right? We stayed home alone. We did a lot of stuff for ourselves.
Yep.
But then our generations raised kids to not be like that because we didn't like it.
Right.
So then you got these ones that like do everything for you.
Right.
So, and that's, I feel like Gen X doesn't like to talk to people.
Yeah.
They prefer text or email over a phone call.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So like they don't care that nobody's helping them at the store. If they can't find it, they just won't buy it.
Yeah. I feel like I like both. Like text me, we can goof around, send me a meme, but if it's a long story and we want to laugh together, give me a call or I'll call you. But I know a lot of times I will call and like immediately someone will be like, "What's wrong?" What do you No, I got a story to tell you, but it is so funny I cannot text it. You know, it's like one of those. It's usually because it's an emergency, but you know.
That's so funny. That's when I call my mom. She's like, "What's the matter?"
Yeah.
I'm like, nothing. I just wanted to not text this whole story I have for you.
Do you know what my mom does when I call? She'll go, "Mayor?" Like she won't say hi. Like, give me the juice.
What's happening?
And I know she can tell by the way I say, "Hey mom," or what's going on. She's like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Okay.
Yeah.
Relief.
Yeah.
Relief, everybody's okay.
All right, so big box stores offer consumers many benefits such as low prices, variety, convenience. They do not offer expensive of smaller local competitors. Like if you want a very certain, like the place that we used to work, I can't find running watches there, but they have a section for all of that. They have the Fitbits or, the, what they used to be called, iPods or something, like they have like the little music and all that kind of stuff.
MP3 players.
Yeah.
Ooh, now we're going back.
Gosh. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they still sell those, but similar, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
But I could never go buy a running watch there.
Right.
So I'd have to go to a specialty running store.
Yes.
So that's a perfect example, right?
Yeah.
Or if there's like the art.
Well, yeah. And I feel like the big box stores, they can have a variety of junk where a specialty is going to only do that, and it's going to be high quality, and it's going to last you forever.
It's going to be higher price.
Yes.
So you go to these specialty smaller shops knowing you're going to spend money.
Yeah.
Like especially the boutiques. Like we love Lake Geneva.
Yes.
There's a place called Jane up there. It's Jayne. Absolutely best customer service. It's where I got my Birkenstocks.
Oh, yes.
But you're walking into that store to spend some money.
Yes.
They have flowy dresses, beautiful shirts. You got to kind of look through because they're very, like, there's only like 4 styles or like 4 of the same style, but maybe just a couple sizes. So you got to look and see what you can find. It's very specific, right?
Specific, very specialty.
Yes. Okay, big box stores versus small retailers. Price, we just talked about that. Quantity.
Yes.
Right? We just talked about that.
Big box stores can buy 1 million of one item and distribute them.
Yes. And they also typically carry extra large sizes.
Yes.
So that's a good, you
true.
can go into, I guess we have Costco's popular around here.
Yep.
And you just can fill. We bought Julia has these croutons that she loves. The bag is bigger than she is.
I love croutons
it's going to last her a good month and she'll be good,
Maybe a couple weeks.
Yeah, maybe a couple weeks because Dad helps out on all the snacks we buy.
He gets his little bowls.
Yeah.
I'm just going to fill up a little bowl 4 times.
Membership fees is another one.
Yes.
So you pay for these, some big box. You pay for that, but you definitely don't have to do that at the mom and pop shops.
Right.
Come on in, so.
Yeah, but at a membership place, I can get 40 cans of Pringles.
Yeah. Right.
For, say $10. And at mom and pop, I'm going to get 4 for $10.
So I just went to Costco a couple weeks ago. Julia and I went, and we're due for like our membership. We pay for like the 120 corporate, whatever. We just pay for the highest one. Because I think every time you shop, you get money back.
Yes.
It's a benefit, right?
Yes.
Besides that, though, I was trying to figure out what else we got from it. Like what else?
I thought you meant what else you got besides croutons.
No, like what else? Yeah. What
else did I spent $200.
Chips and
what
some
did we get besides
and
croutons?
Big old box of pads and whatever else. But like, what else do you get with that 120? So I'll have to ask Steve because he's the one that signed up.
I don't know. Yeah, because I have just the regular Costco membership, and that's $60 a year.
Yeah, I mean their customer service is very good, but you're not paying.
You know what? I feel like one thing is that you can only have 2 cards with regular membership.
Oh,
and like yours is like a business,
and
so
you can go
can
anywhere
have multiple cards.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
because we have the same card,
in the
different
family
names.
Can have
okay,
one,
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Or if you want to give your worker guy one to pick up supplies for the office or whatever.
I mean, I think there's maybe like certain times that you can shop, maybe that no one else shops.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. So I'm sure there's a whole bunch of benefits. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the verses here, the big box versus mom and pops are the shopping experience, as we just talked about, and the customer service. So although a lot of places that I shop that are big box, like my grocery stores or my one-stop shops, I feel like there's not a lot of turnover in the front. Like I see a lot of the same people here in this area.
Right.
Now in the city or somewhere else, bigger cities, I'm not sure, maybe.
Yeah.
But I do feel like people don't change too often, or maybe they just don't change too often anymore. I know that,
I don't know. We're in weird times right now.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But I feel like I see the same people, so it's nice.
Like it, or they're desperate to hold on to it. Like there's no other reason to work there.
Maybe.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. Some people like it. I mean, I always enjoyed working at the place that we worked at. Mm-hmm. There was days, but other than that, ultimately, I enjoyed working there. So it wasn't terrible.
My friend that we went out with on Saturday, she said, explain this to me. Like I just went to a restaurant in Gurnee, Illinois. And she said, and it was terrible. The food was terrible. Service was terrible. like it just wasn't the same.
Yeah.
And so I started to explain to her that we do have this shortage, and she's like, are you serious though? Everyone's hiring, people are looking, that's kind of stuff. So I kind of had to explain to her that, number one, I don't have an answer for the service. That's just bad management there. They probably had someone filling in for the cook who probably worked 13 days in a row and needed at least one day off. And so I was trying to explain that.
Or the cook called off and the dishwasher's cooking.
But the one thing I couldn't explain, which I got the answer today, the one thing I couldn't explain was I was seeing these posts where people were saying, my young son, he's 18, he has been applying everywhere. He's not getting any calls back.
Right.
Like he's willing to work. He's ready to work. He'll push carts. He'll do all this kind of stuff. And I didn't have an answer for that until today. I had to take a class on a new hiring app that we're going to be using.
Okay.
And she said, as an example, for one role, we'll probably get a little over 30 candidates.
Right.
So there's the answer on that one.
A lot of places use those. I mean, I haven't personally dealt with it, but a lot of places use those like surveys.
Oh, okay.
And it automatically like boots you if you answer something that they, I don't want to say don't agree with, but...
Or not needed in that role.
Right.
Okay. So immediately, even though you're finishing it, you may not see it on the other end that it says not applicable or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. If they want someone local,
right,
that lives in the area, because maybe there's a lot of driving, even if it's like a delivery driving, but you live in the city trying to come out here or vice versa, it immediately maybe looks at your address and says, oh, no, that's too far. We can't pay for your gas or whatever, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay. Very good. So big box examples are Walmart, a Home Depot. And
I
then
never go to Home Depot.
Yeah, I do. We do Home Depot, Menards. We love all of the stuff that we have around here.
I like Menards because they have good snacks there.
Yeah, they do have good snacks there.
But Johnny hates it because whenever they have, like, I'm doing air quotes, a sale, it's like a mail-in rebate that you get a gift card for the store. So it's like, that's not really, a sale then, because I have to come spend the fucking money here.
Yeah.
Just give me the $10 off.
Yeah.
So that's how they get you back in the door.
That's true.
And you motherfuckers fall for it all the time.
So I wanted to look up small specialty retail stores in the U.S. as well. So we're talking big box. I feel like we always talk big box.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what we have small that we may not even have as around. Like, for example, some friends will post on Facebook, let's say, and they'll say, just visited this cute boutique. It's at and I'm thinking, what street is that? Where is that?
Yeah.
Where is that? Well, I've passed it a million times.
And just never noticed.
Had no idea it was there. I kind of feel like that's with Aeon Gallery.
Yeah.
Like it's there in the strip, but she's like, people are either on their way to Lake Geneva or they're on their way home. They don't stop.
Yeah.
And yet here we are, we see it, we know it. There's a few other places there. There's antique shops and all that kind of stuff. There's the candy place.
There's a couple good
chocolate
restaurants
place. Oh
over
my
there.
gosh, amazing.
Yeah.
But if you're just looking ahead at knowing that you're going up to Wisconsin and back, you're not realizing these great businesses.
I do that in
this
the city
little
all
area.
the time. Like if
if
I get caught at a stoplight, I'm like looking around like, oh my God, look at that place. Looks awesome. Look at that over there. Oh my God, I never seen that,
Yeah. I remember telling Julia, I'm like, I don't know how many vegan restaurants are in Chicago. And we looked it up. There's a million.
Yes.
A million.
Yes.
And then she'll say, well, how about this place? I'm like, wow, that's right next to a store I used to visit. Or what, it's like, I didn't even know.
It's crazy.
It's amazing.
You know what helped me was TikTok, because there's a ton of people that live in Chicago that go to all these different food places and they say, suggest more. So you look through the comments and you find all these food places. And it could be anything from barbecue to Mexican food to Chinese food to vegan food to bakeries to, everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. So it says on here, this is 2003 to 2028. Obviously, the years ahead of us are locked. Okay. So 143,000, almost 144,000 small specialty retail store businesses are in the U.S. in 2022.
I believe that.
I feel like that's low, because if I start to add up all the ones in the city, so I think these are stores that pay taxes. That, I was thinking about that.
It's not just a front for something else.
I don't know how they got their information at IBIS World or ibisworld.com.
I was immediately thinking like specialty dog food places.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
We have that place that's called the Paw Pawkery.
Yes.
It's like Paw Bakery.
Yes.
Like that would definitely be a specialty place.
Yes.
But then are they counting the feed stores that sell?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
But what are they counting? Because that to me does not seem a lot. 144,000. I feel like that would just be in California or Dallas.
Yeah.
Texas or,
Yeah.
you know, in the cities.
Yeah.
So, and then they're saying that the growth for 2022 is only 0.7%.
Well.
So we are coming out of some crazy times. We are going through some crazy times. It's probably very hard to have a small specialty store or to open one, even if it's a small coffee shop, bakery shop. You know, we have good friends that have that great bakery. That seems like they're doing very well. So that's amazing.
I know.
But
Hey, we're supposed to get together with them.
I know.
What the hell?
We will. It's my fault.
I think also people who want to have a small business are not doing brick and mortar anymore. They're doing online.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
we're going to talk about that too. I kind of looked up that kind of stuff.
They can rent a small storage area where they can go to 3 times a week, pack up the orders they have, drop them off at the post office.
Yeah.
Done.
It's true.
They don't even have to have a storefront.
I thought this was interesting. It says, which states have the highest number of businesses in the small specialty retail stores industry in the U.S.? California has a little over 3,100.
That's it?
We have to figure out what small specialty retail stores
It's got to be like
are.
only clothing and shoes or something.
Yeah. Florida has over 2,600. Texas has over 2,200.
I was thinking 26,000 in Florida. All those orthopedic walking shoe places for the old people and the hearing aid stores.
I would like to look up how many lawyers are in Florida.
Oh my God. Yeah. So many. That's like the Sue Me state.
Oh my God.
Instead of the Kiss Me state, it's the Sue Me state.
Have you seen those videos in other countries where the people just jump on the cars to get the lawsuits?
And it's like so blatantly obvious.
Because everyone has a camera now in their car.
I have a camera. And they go, oh, okay, no worries.
And they start to walk off. There's one that I think it went viral where the guy jumped on the hood and then was like holding his back. Yeah. And you hear the guy go, I have a camera, you idiot. And he was like, okay. But I think he really hurt himself doing it. You dummy.
What an idiot.
So Julia has an online business. She's got a couple, right? She does a lot of her stuff, her advertising is for her makeup and nails and stuff. And then she's got Clay Amore jewelry. So she actually brought this up. She wanted to know how many e-commerce sites in the world there were. Because we all know it's saturated, right?
It's gotta be like a billion.
Julia's saturated. Jewelry is saturated.
Yeah.
Makeup's saturated. Like a lot of clothing.
Right.
You know, you got to just find what you like and what you think will sell.
I could never order clothes online.
How about all the printing, like prints on shirts and prints on...
Yes. I've went to a million different live, laugh, leave me alone.
I got my shirt on that you gave me on your birthday. You gave me a gift on your birthday. Live, laugh, leave me alone, it says.
Live, laugh, leave me alone. It was a shirt I wore on my birthday. Everyone's like, what are you wearing? What do you wear? Oh, that's something we left out because the theme is tie-dye because I always fucking wear tie-dye. But no, I bought these cute shirts that say live, laugh, leave me alone. And I was like, I'm going to wear mine. And if the girls want to wear theirs, they can. But I'm not going to force. And everybody had tie-dye on except for me. But that was okay because then I stood out.
That's true.
Everybody knew who the birthday girl was.
It just was meant to be. So I was thinking that 140,000 for the, businesses was low, but there are over 26 million e-commerce sites across the entire globe, with more and more being created every day.
Right.
So Julia brought this up. She's like, I want to know what I'm up against. So the 10 largest countries having the most e-commerce sites are
United States.
U.S. has 9.5 million.
Yeah.
UK has 0.85 million. So we just blow everybody out.
We have 9.5 million and they have 0.8
as the second, right? Germany has 0.4.
Oh my God.
Brazil has 0.4. Australia has 0.4. Russia 0.3. France 0.3. Canada 0.3. Italy almost 0.3. And the Netherlands 0.2.
I see a lot of online shopping from Canada too. Yes, I would think they would have more than that.
I know. But we just
blow them out of the water, huh?
Yeah, 9.5 million.
It's because we're just lazy Americans that don't even want to get up to go shopping.
If you can make money at home, I don't know. I think that's great. So listen to this. In 2019, total now, This is growth. There was 9.2 million in 2020, 9.7 million in 2021, 19.8 million. In 2022, we ran a marathon with 26.2 million.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Especially 2020, everybody was stuck at home.
So
like,
everyone, and it sounds like they stuck.
Yeah.
They started doing things online because people were going nuts.
Yes.
And then this is where all the amazing crafts came out.
Yeah.
Like, and then TikTok too. Like there was a TikTok where a guy said, what did I do before TikTok? Like it was like an industrial, like, I don't know if it was in a warehouse and the person said, and this is how we measure this. And then he stitched it and he was like, what the hell did I do before this app? Like, why am I doing it the long way? Like people think of stuff. It's amazing.
Well, now we question if we're even breathing correctly.
Oh, right.
Which we're not.
I was actually practicing it on my run this morning because I wear a belt that holds my water because I like to be hands-free in case I have to like freaking punch someone in the throat. You know, you just never know. Grab a deer by the antlers, you know, get a raccoon out of the road. You just never know.
So
I wear this neat little backpack that my sister-in-law gave me probably 10 years ago. It is the best one. I think I mentioned it before. I don't know what I'm going to do if it starts to fall apart. It is not falling apart at all.
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't remember my point. But
you got water in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. It's not the Malibu, folks.
Maybe a little.
So I was practicing that because, and then if it goes like, so it's like a waistband, but I kind of keep it loose so it's around my hips.
Yeah.
But if it starts to ride up while I'm running, I realize that I'm shallow breathing because it's pushing up against the bottom of my diaphragm. So then I push it down and then I was like practicing. So everyone take a really deep breath right now, but use your chest, expand your chest. Deep and breathe.
I don't know how to breathe deep.
And that's what I was doing when I was running. You got to expand the lungs.
I just try to deep breathe when I have to go up the stairs. Like
yes.
Like I try to take in a whole breath all the way to the top of the stairs. And then when I get to the top, then I let it out.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then it kind of helps me not like up the stairs.
Yes. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
No.
I feel like I just breathe heavy and just, pass out.
I'm definitely like a...
There are stairs, and Drew brought this up. There are stairs in one of the stores in the city that it's like, I don't think they're exactly like the 13 inches or however they're, however they are to get up. And you're like, climbing. You get to the top and you cannot finish a conversation. It doesn't matter how in shape you are. When I was training for the 100 miler or whatever, and I'd go up those stairs, I would still be breathing. I think it's the way that they're set.
Yeah.
Or there's just so many of them.
So I have a store where you can either take the elevator or go up the stairs. And I try to be that person and not take the elevator if I don't need to.
Yeah.
Generally,
well,
I have a cart of crap, so I have to, but so today I start and it's 13 stairs, a landing, and then 13 stairs. I'm a stair counter also. I always have to count stairs.
Yeah.
So I get up to the landing of the first 13 stairs, and this very young gentleman comes raging up the stairs 2 at a time behind me, and I'm trying to hurry up the next 13, and I'm like and then I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm holding you up, you're taking them 2 at a time, and he's like, oh no, you're fine, I'm actually kind of sore today. And I was like, well, la di fucking da. You didn't look very sore, taking them 2 at a time like that.
I feel like faking your breathing makes it even worse when you're doing that.
I know, yeah.
Like when people know at work that I run, so, and I feel like when we're going up the stairs, I feel like they're listening for me to see how bad I'm breathing.
They're like, let's see if this bitch breathes like us.
So I try to hold it in, and then I just get lightheaded and feel like I'm going to pass out. I'm going to stop in at the bathroom real quick.
Gotta hold on to something.
And don't even try to have me talking while I'm going up the stairs. I don't know what's wrong. So it doesn't matter how in shape you are.
Oh. Careful.
My turn.
She got real excited.
Although I do tell you, let me tell you something real quick. I know you guys are probably sick of talking about my running. Wait, hold on. Malibu in the throat. Woo! I'm not used to drinking these. I feel like they're like syrupy.
Are they? They're only 5%. They are syrupy though.
Yeah. So there is a very big hill by us.
Yeah.
And that is how I base my training. So you walk up it or you run up it. And at the beginning of the season, like I usually start like when it's no longer going to snow.
Okay.
I run or start to climb up it, and then I measure how long it takes me for my heart rate to go down when I'm at the top then.
Okay.
So then I listen to my breathing and my heart rate's 170 or whatever. And then as the summer goes on and I keep doing it,
gets easier.
Not so bad with the breathing, and the heart rate stays at 145. Yeah. So it's not the actual like attempt of going up, it's that recovery after. So it's kind of neat actually. So think about it. If anyone's out there doing stairs and in the stores or whatever, do it every day and see what your recovery is after. If it's just a few seconds,
I need
you're
a watch.
Getting better. Yeah, right.
Johnny wants a watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
I could get one for Christmas.
A lot of people have watches just to kind of check how many steps they take. And like yesterday, okay, so 2 days ago I had like 20,000 steps. I ran in the morning. I walked around a lot yesterday. 2,000.
Oh gosh,
it's like it's crazy the difference.
It's one or the other.
It was all computer work yesterday. But if I run, go in stores. Like tomorrow I'll be in the office. May stop at a store. I'll run in the morning. It'll be like tons of steps. So anyways.
Just only takes the stairs when you're at the office. Enough about me.
Yeah, right.
That's a lot of floors though, right?
Yeah, it's like 7. Ooh. Yeah. So
that's crazy.
This is from DooFinder.com. DOO, DooFinder. And it's the 6 best-selling products on the internet. So this is we're still talking about e-commerce now. We talk about
6
big
best-selling
now we're e-commerce
products on the internet. I bet toilet paper is one of them.
So do a broader answer.
Toiletries.
So for
paper products. Toiletries.
Okay, this is a really long article, so I'm going to go down.
Okay.
All right. So number 1, fashion items.
Yeah.
Okay. Does
that make sense? A lot of people order clothes online, and I don't know how they do that.
Fashion is the top selling industry in almost all of the world. I cannot.
No.
It doesn't matter how hard I try, fingers crossed, really put some positive vibes into it. Yeah. It never fits.
It never fits.
Too
and
big,
I'm never
too
gonna
little,
send it
doesn't
back.
look right. No, and I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't either.
I'm like, who can I give this to?
Nobody.
I
used to shop from, I've shopped from Amazon, but I used to shop from Zulily.
Okay.
That was like a Wish for me. A Wish.com for me.
Yeah.
I would see this cute romper or I would see this cute dress. I'm like, well, that's it. So I would wait and buy it and not shop for anything else for a wedding. This thing would come in. It would either look like, I would look like a hooker or because it would be so short on me and they didn't tell me that the model was, 5'1". Yeah. Or it just would not, it would be falling off or it did not look anything like. So I stopped shopping on there.
A lot of times I see advertisements on like Facebook. Excuse me, I keep burping from this.
My goodness, we're a mess today.
And it's like you can tell the dress is like photoshopped on.
Yeah,
and people are like, "Oh my god, this is so cute." I'm like, "It's not even fucking real."
No.
How can you not tell that that's not even fucking real?
Oh my god.
And then they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, I ordered this and it looked nothing like it." No, because it's not real.
So we know the positives of fashion shopping online. You don't have to go to the big box stores. You don't have to go to the specialty stores. So the disadvantages are too general. The term fashion, you can look up the word fashion. Who knows what you're going to find, right?
Yeah.
You can find earrings, clothes, shoes, any kind of fashion,
Underwears.
right? House fashion, under drawers.
Yeah.
It's a swamped market.
Yeah.
So this is a perfect example. I looked up tie-dye dress just under Amazon because I wanted to wear a tie-dye dress. I didn't know. I was sending screenshots to Bestie. I'm like, what do you think about this one? What do you think about this one? Oh my gosh, look at this one. I ended up getting a sarong that was just tie-dye and I just used it as a skirt because there were so many different ones. I had no idea how they were going to fit. It's just a swamped market, right?
Right.
Technical difficulties, it says. It says, do you know anything about textile design, materials, supplies? And we know this. Like, you'll see it. Like, let's just say there's like a tiger at the front of it, but then you get it and it's like a little pussycat.
It's a picture of a tiger.
Yeah.
Have you seen that where they like order it and it would be like, like, I don't know, a baby wearing this shirt. And so they'd order it and it would be a shirt with a picture of the baby wearing the shirt.
Oh my gosh.
I think that was from Wish. A lot of people from Wish were complaining about that.
And then, of course, risk of having to return the product. Where do you return it? If you got it from Canada or do they have, returns? Are you going to pay
$30 in shipping just to send it back?
Yeah. So advantages are people buy a lot, technology makes it easy, and it's a fast-moving sector. So
and people don't return it, so it's a win-win for the company.
Yeah.
They got rid of their crappy
They win from
stuff.
us. They win from us for sure. So the second e-commerce and these top 6 are trips and tourism.
Oh, yeah.
So
definitely.
Online.
Right? Oh, yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's the only place but like, who goes to a travel person anymore?
I don't know, but they're still around.
They are.
Yeah, they're still around.
I see them driving those cars.
Some people just don't want to have to worry about planning. There are some times.
True.
So I have to plan my own now. We have our own app at work.
Yeah.
And then we plan our own through, I usually just do like Expedia or TripAdvisor, or mainly Expedia, because it's all there.
Right.
You get your flights, you get your hotels, and you get your car if you need it.
Yeah.
It's just so easy for me.
I agree.
And the one time where something happened with the hotel, a live body answered from Expedia that helped me figure out the hotel. And I thought that was great. So kudos to them. But yeah, so that's number 2, trips and tourism. So a lot of people are looking up and do their own thing.
Yeah.
You know, they find their own flights, they find their own hotels. And so, yeah, I could see that being number 2 for sure.
I wouldn't even know where to look, like if I was going to go to another country. I would have no idea.
Right. So where then you have the people that could help you. Then you still have people that work in the industry. Mm-hmm. You could go to them and say, you know, hey, this is what I want to do, and they can just help you. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I called a friend of a friend years ago, and I said, hey, this is what I want to do. I just want to go down to, I think it was something easy like Florida or something. And he said, listen, I'm just going to send you a link. You can do this on your own. He goes, I'll put 20% on it.
Oh, wow.
There's no reason. It's so easy to go to Florida. He goes, but if you want to go to another country, you want to know about the areas. Yeah. If I can help you hop around to different cities, I got you. Perfect. So
travel agent.
That was, yep.
It's good to have friends.
Yep.
Travel agent friends.
Number 3 is tech products.
Yeah. I order a lot of tech products online.
That's easy, right? I don't even think we have to explain
I just ordered a new auxiliary cord online.
Yeah. And then you can get tech products, and you can get everything like the cases and all that kind of stuff too. So everything. Yeah. That's how we got all our equipment.
I don't need to know what a phone's going to look like.
I didn't even look at this. I just saw the pictures, and that was it.
Okay.
Like, made sure we had the 4 and had the headphones, and everything came together. And man, was that a mess. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
We waited a full year for that stuff.
They came in one piece at a time.
They came in one piece at a time. And then they said, here's your final order. And we were still short 2 headphones. And it was, I remember just being very stressed trying to plan all this out, just because it was 2020. You know, it hit us weird. So
that's crazy.
Number 4 is secondhand sales. Still talking about stuff online.
So people are like, sales. I forgot to return this. Would you like to buy my crappy slutty dress?
Right. Yes.
Who out there wants a crappy slutty dress that don't really fit right?
Steve's nephew's girlfriend does this. She's very successful.
Yeah.
I think it's like something with, I don't remember her company name, like Mom Jeans or something like that.
Oh,
It's really cute. And she has a lot of stuff. So she does the fairs too. She goes online. Julie and I have reached out to her before, and said, hey, we have a wedding coming up, kind of looking for this dress.
Yes.
And so that's what she does. That's her job. She basically will go and find stuff and then resell it. So that's a lot
of people have been doing that too, I feel like.
What's that big one? Poshmark.
Yeah,
Julie and I did that for a couple years, and we're very successful. Yeah. Like every day. The only thing I didn't like is that people would negotiate. It was like a garage sale. Yeah. Like you would have $35 on a dress from, I don't know,
Chanel.
Yeah, something like that. And they would say, I'll give you $5. Well, I would just ignore them.
Yeah.
But
I think that's
the only thing
nowadays.
I didn't like. I didn't have the patience for that.
Yeah.
Books, and it says Musis, but I think music.
Who checked this page before it was published?
And it probably is. Once I look at this later, I'll be like, oh. But it says Spotify, Amazon, Kindle, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
I like a book. I don't like Kindles. I like to read a book.
I agree.
If I'm outside sitting in the sun, or if I'm just enjoying the day, I want to hold and smell a book.
I like books too.
I think my cousins like that as well.
I still buy books.
But a lot of people, for a couple bucks, they'll
even my grandma
download to the Kindle or whatever. Yeah.
I gave my grandma a tablet because her Kindle was taking a shit on her. I was like, here, take this tablet and you can download a whole shit ton more books on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
The next one's educational courses. The next one and last one.
For sure.
Educational courses. So like Udemy is huge.
Yes.
I learned a lot of Excel on there. I learned it at my old jobs too, but then they have like a course that you can do. I actually was looking up some podcast courses too.
They have that now thing. It's called Google Certificates.
Yes.
And you can get a certificate to work a job with Excel or PowerPoint or whatever. Yeah, they certify you for that stuff. Yeah.
It's very interesting.
And they're pretty cheap classes too.
Yeah.
From what I understand. They might be like $150 or something and you learn how to use it.
Yeah.
So,
and now that we talked about all this and people are listening to all this and they're either listening on their phone or through their radio.
Yeah.
Now this is the 6 things that everything's going to come up on, and I apologize for that. They're going to get fashion. They're going to get
Sorry.
tech. You need a new phone, and then they're going to get.
We just ruined your Amazon. Your Amazon is just going crazy right now.
Your algorithm's going to be all thrown off, and we're sorry.
Is I'll be listening to Pandora and it'll say something and my Google will kick on. Like somebody said, "Hey Google." I say it and it don't do shit, but it thinks it hears it on the radio or playing through my phone, and it turns on all the time.
Here, let me say it. Hey Google. I say Google weird.
Hey Google.
Hey Google.
Hey Google.
And nothing.
And nothing.
Huh.
Because I never use it, so.
Everybody upstairs throughout the house, they're like, what the heck's going on here?
What's good?
Well, we have Siri on ours.
Yeah, you guys are Apple home, so. Yeah.
Huh, weird.
I got besties texting, asking when I'm leaving. Tomorrow, I'm leaving. Tomorrow, it's only a day away.
So I have one more thing.
Oh, yes.
I want to do a little promoting here.
I am super impressed. Super.
We talked about Julia and her Claremore jewelry. So now I'm going to talk about Steven real quick, my son. He is heading off to his junior year of college in Florida.
You're giving me hives.
I know he's going to get working for that Bachelor's of Fine Arts in Cinema for directing. And he wrote, directed, and shot the Corn Stalks short film. And it's doing very well. So I just want to mention it. You can go to Steven Productions, the Corn Stalks. Make sure there's a space in between and you'll find it. But I'll also...
Can we post a picture of his QR code he's got on
Yeah,
there?
we can. He's got a QR code here that takes you right to YouTube. I am so proud of him.
I'm taking a couple of his flyers up to Wisconsin so I can hang them up there.
Yeah, that's what he's doing right now. He was actually going to come and talk. Him and Nate were going to come be our guests tonight, but they are actually busy.
Yeah.
Nate had a audition, and Steven and cousin Paul from Produce, they are around town hanging up these flyers.
This is amazing.
And it's already doing good. I posted it in one page, and it already has, I think he only uploaded it like a day or two ago, and there's like 900 views and lots of likes.
When he put it up, and I saw it immediately because you let us know that he put it up.
Yeah.
So I went to his Snapchat and I looked at it. I swear to God, it was only up for 10 minutes and I already had 65 views. And I was like, yes.
So this was like his baby. He feels like it really shows his talent. Obviously, he's going to be learning even more here in the next, 12
the corn
months
stalks
or so.
look super creepy in this picture too.
I think the whole, it's like mildly suspenseful, I think. But yeah, so go check it out. We'll post the link here, and just wanted to kind of promote it a little bit because they couldn't be here. They're busy promoting it themselves. So
yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. Steven, you're amazing. So are you, Julia. You have amazing children.
Thanks for talking about big box and e-commerce and your birthday surprise.
My birthday was so great.
It was so great.
I cannot say thank you enough to everybody that came out, and for you guys for throwing it for me. It was just felt so good.
It was a lot of fun.
Yes.
I didn't realize how stressed I was about it. This is not about me, but I'm going to make it about me. I didn't realize how stressed I was about it until after the surprise, and I was sitting outside watching you talk to everybody. I felt my whole self just relax.
Thank God this shit is over.
Oh no, not like that. Just like, okay, this is, you know what I mean? Like, just why? And then I have a video of you dancing, and then you run up to the camera like you're all mad at me for doing it. So funny. Maybe I'll share that one too on TikTok.
You can. I don't care. I loved that night. It was amazing. I had so much fun.
Well, thanks everybody. We learned a little bit. We talked a lot.
Yeah.
So we have some guests coming up. We're really excited for that. Yeah, really
excited. Have a good 4th of July.
Yes, happy 4th of July.
Do we have one more episode before 4th of July?
No, this is Friday.
This is it.
Yeah, this is Friday.
Yeah.
So please be safe. If you have a 3-day weekend or you're going camping, be safe. And
keep all your fingers, okay, guys?
Keep all your fingers. We don't want to talk about any stories next week about that.
No.
So, well, thanks everybody.
Bye, guys.
Talk to you next week. This podcast is brought to you by NameTag Productions, LLC. Entire podcast, unless otherwise stated, written by the hosts. Drums, written and performed by my son, Steven. The Clopen Effect, a retail podcast. If we have to be all in this together, we might as well make it fun.